Peter, how you doing, buddy? Jason, how are you? Renee, what's up? Beautiful day. Yes, absolutely. It is. It is. Hope you guys don't mind. I am working on a 100HC while we talk here this morning. Hopefully everybody had a nice weekend. We are like T-minus 5 days to Made of Steel. For those of you that are attending, we will have a booth there. Hopefully we'll have some nice builds there for everybody to see, including a few builds with the new Merlin amplifiers and some of our Neo subs, some of our Exterminator subs, some of our hybrid subwoofers, plenty of timbers, a little bit of everything, man. We have, you know, SPL builds, we have some nice sound quality builds, and just literally daily driver builds. Though there should be a little bit of everything for everybody there. That shows the diversity of US Amps products and what we're trying to do for everybody, making sure there is something for everyone. And in saying that, this weekend I was working on the Timber Studio series. The Timber 6 Studio and Timber 8 Studio will be a two-way component set instead of a three-way component set. It'll be ferrite motor in lieu of Neo. Trying to get it down to the, you know, $200 or under price range, and it'll be built to go with our Impact series of amplifiers as far as power rating and whatnot. So, hey Julio, how are you? David, how are you? Trying to work on the engineering around getting the tweeter to be able to connect it to the woofer or the driver or maybe the grill of the driver, and then separate it and mount it elsewhere if you want. We'll have a passive crossover for those of us that like to use those. But again, it's the price point that I'm trying to work on and still create a decent product, something that's not going to fall apart on you. So those are in the works. And as of Joseph, how are you, bud? You're welcome. I'm glad you got that 442 set back up, and hopefully you have everything working okay. John Luke Witt, welcome. I was told we should be seeing the prototype of the Merlin 5K and 10K little brother, the Merlin 1.5K. We should be seeing that hopefully within the next week or so for testing, and also the Merlin 250.4 Class D 4-channel for testing. Well, good, Peter. I'm glad I answered the question for you ahead of time. Terry Ray, what's up? Can't wait to show off my 2500 HC. Oh, man. Terry Ray has got a nice build set up for you guys, and it works beautifully. I love the fan setup you have in there for those 500 HCs, man. Brandon Fildrick, what's up, buddy? Joseph, what's up, man? How are you? Rigo, what's up, buddy? Jason, again, good morning. Sorry. Again, trying to work on this amplifier at the same time as answering your questions. Mitch, what's up, buddy? Mitch was nice enough to drive 3 hours to come see us here the other day, and I honestly kind of felt bad. I didn't realize that he had driven that far to come see us. I appreciate it. I was obviously distracted and pulled many different ways, and I wasn't able to spend the time with him that I would have liked to, but we're getting some renderings together, hopefully to build a pretty nice vehicle for him. So looking forward to that. Rigo, if you're here, if you don't mind, and if it's possible with the pictures I sent you of Mitch's Hellcat, can we do something? He likes the 500HC flushed on top of the subwoofer enclosure. Is there a way with the perspective that I gave you to provide a picture of the 442 flushed in on the lower portion of the enclosure, in front of the enclosure, like directly behind the back seat, the front seats, if that makes sense to you? All right. So over the next few days, we are going to be running like crazy between trying to get the Raider finished up and getting some other vehicles in and tuned. I know we shared already that this is a version 2 silver heatsink. A lot of you guys haven't seen the silver yet. Pretty nice. I don't know, those of you that didn't see the post the other day that Tony Cotton has joined the team over here. That does not mean we are done growing here. My plan is to, I'm looking at a piece of property that's not too far from here that we can either build on or perhaps maybe just put a building similar to this on there just to get up and running for the time being. We are definitely outgrowing this building, which was only supposed to be storage for my cars. It wasn't supposed to be the US Amps facility. So anyway, Tony is a welcome addition to the team. He knows, he's not somebody that I knew prior to being introduced to him, but what I've seen over the last few days, I didn't share right away when he came over, but he's been here for a few days already and working on some things, and just from what I've seen so far, we're able to definitely take some of our builds to the next level and hopefully learn a lot from each other. So looking forward to having him here as a welcome addition to the team. Also, we have just on Mondays, for those of you that know Harry, he has the S10 with the 1215s. He's going to be working here on Mondays, trying to help get caught up. We have a lot of builds here. We have a lot of builds scheduled, and you know, I don't understand what I've seen over the last. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. I guess I do understand the hate and the negativity and the, you know, talking smack about everybody. And I mean, I don't play that kind of shit. You know, I didn't grow up that way, and I don't like talking bad about other people. But I'm also not going to keep my mouth shut when people that could use a fucking smack start running their dick suckers. So just remember, guys, you're going to see me in person. So you're 50 pounds soaking wet running that little beak. You better be ready to back it up. Anyway, man, this is a hobby. This is something that we all, well, at least I thought everybody that participates loves, and you know, does it because of it's supposed to be fun. You know, there can be a rivalry or there can be competition without negativity, without, you know, talking bad and cursing and trying to be a tough guy. Trust me, man. I've been with some of the toughest. I fought literally to pay my bills when I was spending more money on stitches and at the doctor after getting my ass whooped than anything else, man. I was doing it before there was money in it. After working 2 jobs, you know, I probably lost more fights than most people have been in, and I'm not proud of it. I'm just at a point in my life where I don't want to fight anymore, man. I don't want to. I don't want to argue with people, and I definitely don't want to fight, but I'm not going to fucking back down either. You keep running your fucking mouth, and you're going to get a smack. There's money in the safe for bail. My wife knows me. I don't play that shit. I just want to have fun, man. Why can't we just have fun? Why can't we have, you know, a happy, mutual admiration for one another and learn from one another, but still have friendly competition, you know? There's smack talk just to, you know, like guys do with each other, just playing around, trying to, you know, twist your nipple and bust your balls. And then there's that line that gets always crossed, and it's usually by people that have never been smacked in the face before, you know? Over the last few days, man, I've been so like just on the borderline of just not even want to do it anymore. You know, it's like I'm not even looking forward to go to Made of Steel. I don't like groups of people and crowds of people as it is, but when I know I'm gonna have to stop myself from being the person that I've worked so hard to not be over the last 10 years. It puts a pit in my stomach, man, and I don't want it. I don't want it, you know. I'm ready to go set up the tent at Made of Steel and just leave the cars there and not even do it. But, you know, that really kills it for me, because I don't like to show off, but I am proud of what we've built over the last 5 years. And the shows are for that, you know. It's not necessarily for selling product, but it's definitely for showing what the product can do when it's installed properly, you know? I didn't want to get back into building cars, but in the beginning, our equipment was selling so slowly, and I knew, especially with the Class AB equipment, it's so touchy, and if you don't pay attention and know Ohm's law and you don't have the proper electrical system, you're going to have issues with our Class AB. So I thought the best way to get the product out there was to install it ourselves and show people what it can do when it's installed properly. And then, of course, that kind of grew into what we've been doing as of late, which is, you know, building cars again. And, you know, that's always been my passion. You know, for those of you that know my past, that has always been my passion. But you know, you get people that want to pick at you and poke and prod. And I mean, somebody was talking about glue joints on my speakers and subwoofers this weekend or the other day. There's plenty of people, even on this live, that I've built subwoofers for. I don't call myself a subwoofer engineer. I'm nowhere near the level of Jacob Fuller or Nick or any of the other guys. You know, there's plenty of companies that have owners that get their hands dirty like me, you know, but I don't call myself a subwoofer engineer yet. But I do know that I'm learning and I'm trying. But what I do know is we share pictures of everything that we do here, from the stuff that I know that I'm going to build and blow the fuck up downstairs to the stuff that ends up becoming part of somebody's build. And I think a lot of the people that want to pick and poke and prod were referring to pictures of subwoofers that were built for testing purposes only. There's plenty of people on this live even that I've built subwoofers for that can see my glue joints. Do they look like they were done by a machine? Probably not, but they weren't. They were done by hand. I was literally so disgusted the other day. We have subwoofers that need to be built for Made of Steel, and I just didn't even want to do it, you know? I hate that. I hate that I feel like that right now. I hate that there's people that I brought into this our R&D lab to try to teach them something because I saw something in them that I thought was buildable or to cultivate a passion maybe in them, and maybe their job that they were currently doing wasn't. I felt like they could make more or do more with themselves, and I wanted to be part of that. And of course, it doesn't always work out. You know, sometimes people don't jive. but there's no reason that people can't part ways amicably. There's no reason to always want to talk shit about somebody, man. Like, if you've worked here and aren't here anymore, if you've worked for me, I know all your fucking shit. You know what I mean? Especially people that have been here 6-7 months. You become, whether you want to say friends or not, you kind of become intertwined in everybody's personal lives. Like, there's no reason to get nasty. You don't want to be here? Cool. Like, go do your thing, and I wish you well. To want to jump on all of our posts and start trolling shit, like, that just makes me want to put your ass on blast. You know? Dom Taco talking shit. Like, dickhead, I gave you a chance to come here and work. You're a fucking lot lizard that cleans cars for fucking $200 a week. You live with your mom. Shut the fuck up, dude. Like, I wanted to teach you shit because I know or thought that you had a passion for car audio. I give you a chance to build a fucking battery box and you don't even know how to pre-drill fucking wood, and then you're gonna jump on my posts and talk about my subwoofers? Dude, you don't have a fucking clue, bro. Like, don't make me, see, I don't want to fucking feel like this, man. It bothers me. Like, this whole weekend, I was like so close to just shutting this shit the fuck down, you know? And I shouldn't feel that way because we've built a good fucking thing. And for one or two little fucking cunts to make me want to fucking squash it all, it's bad. But I don't like the animosity. I don't like the negativity. I don't like feeling like I feel right now, you know? I hate it. But I guess this is my therapy, so I get to get it out and talk about it. But, you know, if you're coming this weekend to start shit, I don't suggest it. Not with me. Maybe with somebody else. I'm not the fucking one, man. I'm not. I want to see people that I haven't seen before, people that join these lives. Those, you know, you guys are my family. You know, I don't have a lot of blood family that I talk to, and there's a reason for that because people are people and people suck. But you know, I haven't always been a good person either. But you know, over the last decade of my life, I've put a lot of effort into becoming a different person, and I don't want to be that other person anymore. You know, I want to be happy. I want to be friendly. You know, I want to have people in my life that I know at the drop of a dime I'd fucking do anything for, and I know they would do the same for me. You know, I don't want that other bullshit, man. You know, if you don't want that, you don't want to be that way. You want to be nasty and you know, be a little ankle biter, then fucking go do that somewhere else. You know. So, all right. Moving on. I don't know how many of you read the post about speakers. Obviously, I had to post something when I saw the bullshit about the glue joints and stuff. When I give Rigo pictures, I give him everything. I don't say, hey, man, don't post this because it's showing a bad glue joint. I don't give a fuck, man, because I know at the end of the day when I give a customer a speaker, it's going to be the best I can make it. I don't need to hide anything. We're not about hiding anything here. We're about being open and honest. I have, 6 months ago, I purchased Credence. Credence, for those of you that don't know, was the company that used to build JL, Rockford Fosgate, PV, Electro Voice, amongst other brands. They built all of those speakers and subwoofers. I bought that company out. All of the stuff was in storage. It is now still in storage. And just like with amplifiers, my plan was to hopefully one day be building everything in-house. I have voice coil lathes. I have magnetizer demagnetizers. I have gluing stations. I have enough equipment to set up 5 or 6 people building subwoofers and speakers nonstop. I don't have the facility to currently do that. I don't have the manpower to currently do that. But it's in the plan. That has been the plan from day one to be back the way Dirk had it back in the day and building amplifiers in America. I want to build our speakers in America. But man, it's hard to find 5 or 6 people that give enough of a shit, and this is not just a fucking job and just a way to pay their bills. It'll never work like that, man. Not for me. I've owned many businesses in my life, and if the passion isn't there, it shows. It shows. Whether your job is to sweep the floor or your job is to form and pour the floor. If you're not into what you're doing, the end result is undeniable.
If you sit at your desk, I had this when I was working in the industry as well. If you sit at your desk every day and count the minutes until clock out time, you need to move yourself from that company. You need to move yourself to somewhere else.
Yep.
You need to change your career focus. You need to do something of that nature. Because you shouldn't be abiding your time doing something else aside from what you're hired in there to do. To have the passion for it, have the feel for it. I understand we all got to start with somewhere. Hell, my first job was sitting on an assembly line doing this for 12 hours a day. But you bet I moved the hell out of that position as fast as I could and seen where I could move up in the company. And that's the mentality people need to have. If you're making $80 an hour, work towards 85. If you're making $10 an hour, work towards 11. There's no way around it to show your passion and put the 100% in the field and everything you do.
Or you could do like Mike did and leave a job where I would have been retired now almost 2.5 years ago, and now I'm in the whole $1.3 million because I love US Amps, you know? Make that smart move because you're passionate about something.
And you can buy it with the intent to flip it.
No.
I've seen that too many times with companies where they'll get bought out, and pretty much the firm that bought them out is just looking to liquidate.
Yep.
Just looking to pump as much as they can, as fast as they can, order all their stuff on Alibaba, and have
Yes.
20 different kinds of amplifiers that come in different kinds of colors and flavors and shapes, and which all it is clicking on this and clicking on that.
And there's plenty of companies that do that, and I could do that as well. I could. But that's not what we're about, man. People can say that all they want. They're haters. That's all I can say. There's never been anything that I've purchased on Alibaba that I've sold to my customers. Don't get me wrong. I've bought things on Alibaba, but not something that's for our brand. Shit, the way I found the company that builds Alpine's DSPs was on Alibaba. And you know what? If I ordered a subwoofer on Alibaba and we tested it, and it's doing as good as the subwoofers are that we have here, I would fucking say it was from Alibaba. I don't give a shit. I don't care where it's fucking from, as long as in the end result is the customer getting a better subwoofer. Everybody's trying so hard to make me look bad. They're forgetting that at the end of the day, we're a company that's supposed to be building product for customers, for consumers. And the thing is, most of these people that are talking smack don't even own a fucking brand.
Oh, those are the best ones. They're sitting there, so-called their parents' attic, or basement. I'm just going, oh, you guys are going to hear me on this one. Click, 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 click. Yeah. Like Mike said, bring it to a show. No, actually, don't bring it to a show, because that wouldn't be the best thing for anybody.
Build something and meet us in the lanes.
I tell this one all the time. I tell it on my post, and I'm sorry I got to do it. I got so sick of hearing people talking smack with my organization, and it wasn't so much against my organization before it. It was against each other, talking trash, online, negative. I put on a persona of being an aggressive person, but the reality is I'm a positive person. I like the optimism of life. I like to see the chances that are there. If something gets in the way, then you find a way around it. You don't sit back and cry sitting on your hands.
That's right.
So with that being said, I created the STFU Get on the Mic rings.
Yes.
Which is shut the fuck up, get on the mic. People were talking trash, so I made a whole crap load of rings and said, here, let's bet rings on. That way you can flaunt that stuff every time you come to a show. You know that quieted about 98% of the people that are trash talking everybody?
The ankle biters.
Yeah. All the ones that are just keyboard work. Oh, I saw a guy one time that had 2 Sony Explodes that were breaking windshields.
How many people have heard that story?
Yeah. I mean,
my cousin had 2 kickers that broke his windshield.
Yeah. Launched his windshield across the parking lot. Now he's totally sponsored by Kicker completely. I've been talking for a while. Boulder Dash. Nonetheless, I digress.
I honestly, I'm very excited about the new addition to our team here. And what's nice is you would think Brendan, because he is our box guru, and I've called him that since I met him, you would think Brendan would be upset by another box builder coming here. But no. Brendan's happy and excited, and the guys are working together, and that's what I fucking love, because everybody can learn from each other. People that we've had here in the past didn't want that. They wanted to be the man, you know? And that doesn't work, man. When you stop learning, there's something wrong. There's always something to learn. Shit, man, I've been doing this fucking longer than a lot of our customers have been alive. And I'm learning shit every day. And I'm trying to.
Yep, you know 99%, and I know 99%. that 1% that we lap is going to fulfill at one point.
There's
That's the way it's going to be.
There's always more to learn, man.
Yeah.
Every time I think I've got something figured out, that's when I know I don't.
Someone else rolls up and you go, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well, that was my thing, pretty much growing up and being raised in little sunny Brooksville, Florida, which is nothing but cow patches and mushrooms. But, you think you're king of the area because you got a loud system. And that was great. And I went to my first show in Tampa. And then I ducked my tail between my legs and said, well, crap. I came home and rebuilt everything because there's always going to be somebody better. But the good thing is with somebody being better is you could grasp the knowledge off of them. You could fill off of them.
Yes.
And see, okay, you just beat me in the lanes. Tim Johnson and I. That's how he and I actually became good friends. I beat Joe Johnson, which was his wife, at one of the final Slam Fests in Daytona. Or not Slam Fest, Spring Break Nationals in Daytona. And he came over, I know this guy from Jack, and anybody that knew Tim Johnson knows he was an aggressive looking character. And he came with that straight scowl look in his eye and stomped over, and he just walked at me and goes, what the f*** you got in there? And I'm like, I'm running 412s, what do you got? He goes, man, you just beat me and I want to know why. So he and I from that point on, we were best friends. Now, he was a master builder. That man was just a master of it all. Oh my God, he was good. And he was hard around Orion, and he built him up so high before he passed away, and go from there.
Oh, I'm sorry, he's no longer with us.
Yeah, no, he passed away back 2020, I want to say.
Damn.
So, but from that point on, I had something that he wanted to know about, and vice versa.
Yes.
I was that 1%, and that's all I knew more than that man did because he was a master at it. So we swap notes and everything like that. Your enemy is not your enemy.
No.
I have so many times seen people get veins in the forehead and the lane and sweating their asses off and getting that aggressive look, and then afterwards we all go out to eat.
That's it. That's
and
how
we
it
all
should
chill,
be.
Yeah, we smack hands and we're buddy. So, just to give you a heads up here, Mike, because I know you're not watching it live.
No, please.
We peaked out at 260 people watching.
Get out of here.
We're down to 85 right now.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
So it's been fluctuating. People have been touching in.
That's awesome. What a blessing, man.
What's
Thank
up,
you,
Ryan?
guys.
How you doing, brother?
Thank you so much. That's awesome.
That is, and every time we
That's
grow,
huge.
and every time we get bigger, and it's excellent.
That's huge.
So let me see if I can troll back here.
Yeah, is there questions? I'd love to answer some questions if anybody has any. Just so you guys know, if you're messaging me personally about the Merlin amps, please, I've given Rigo basically the information, and he went over and beyond and has now reached out to the boat. I think he has tracking on the boat. So he's updating our website and our socials as much as he possibly can. As soon as he has something, he's updating our socials. Please don't reach out to me because I'm not keeping track of that. I'm building amps, I'm building subs, I'm getting stuff for the shop, I'm trying to get our builds built for the show. Please. And it's not because I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to confuse information. Just like people are now sending me messages asking about an order. Please don't do that. Jason is taking care of all of our orders. So if you haven't received a tracking number, it's because your order hasn't been shipped. I'm sorry. We are behind on SQ442s. We are currently down to one, I think, that I can rebuild and make an SQ442 out of. Somebody just is sending one back, so I might have two, but I think we're down 20 on orders. I apologize. We're waiting on 300. They're ready. I just need to pay for them to get shipped here. And I'll be honest with you, with everything that has happened lately, I am holding money for our tariffs for when the Merlins land. As soon as the Merlin lands, or within 3 days of the boat landing, my customs agent is going to say, boom, you owe whatever it is, $56,000, $58,000. And if I don't pay it, we don't get amplifiers. So,
and that's the big problem right there. We don't know what the tariffs are going to be.
Nope.
With everything fluctuating overseas right now, and everything in between the countries, it could be 5% today, it could be 35% tomorrow, and it could be free the next day. Who the hell knows? So it's best to lock up sufficient funds
To be ready.
to be ready for the worst case scenario, because we don't want anything else holding it back.
No.
This has been just a massive cluster.
Nightmare. Once that stuff hits Miami, if it's supposed to be on June 1st or whatever it says, I want the tariffs to have already been paid, and I want a truck set up to get those fucking things here. We should be able to see those within a day or two of that boat hitting Miami. So, I don't want it going into, July just because of bullshit. I want to be ready and pay and do whatever needs to get done. Once those things land at this facility, I don't expect anybody else to do it, but I'm going to do what needs to be done. And they're going to get dropped right in the middle of the shop floor. Builds are going to stop, and I'm going to get people their equipment, because I never, ever, ever want to do this again.
Yeah, I've already told Melissa to just come when they show up. Just rent the room out, because they're gonna be ready to stuff. It's gonna be just gruesome working. The UPS guys that we ship all of our stuff is UPS. They are the one company that we have found that gets the product to the customer in a timely fashion. For one, that's a key. But with the least amount of damage.
Doesn't look like it's been kicked.
Yeah, it doesn't look like
off the back of the truck.
They carry it into the mail carrier 500 and strapped it to the back of a goat and see where it goes. I don't know what they do, man. But UPS, they get it there. I think we have a very good high rate with them.
Yes.
With the least amount of damages and such. So that is a major. The moment they get in. So Rigo, everyone says it can't be done until you do it. Then
Yes.
they ask you how you did it.
Yes.
Yep. 100%.
Yes. Tomorrow we will be receiving. So again, I had started earlier and I forgot. I went off on a tangent. For those of you that read my post about subwoofers, we currently have 2 build houses building our subwoofers. Just to be open and honest with everybody, I'm going to let you know right now. Zenith is the name of one of the build houses. They were well known for building
Radios, television,
American Base. I think they built a lot of the massive stuff.
Yeah.
I can ask them. I'm not supposed to be sharing this, but I don't give a shit. Sue me. It is what it is. They're a well-known build house. They built the 2 15-inch exterminators that we tested a few weeks ago and that are now in Jeffrey Allen's build. So for those of you that come to Made of Steel and want to hear those subwoofers, they're in there. They sound good. We have them on a 10K right now. The first company, I think it's just a guy that builds subwoofers. I honestly don't think he has a full build house. I think he just gets parts and builds subs, to be honest with you. He's the one that sent us the first Neo subs, the 2 15s and 2 18s. The 15s are still in Brendan's car. They have been modified by us, but the motor and basket is the same. We've changed the soft parts. We've changed the voice coil to what we have here. We've changed the spiders. We've changed a few things on them. The 18s are currently in Alex's car. I think he just had a problem with them. So now they're coming here and we're going to do the same rebuild on those that we've done on Brendan's. So I've given Zenith the opportunity to build us their version of the US Amps NX/Neo subwoofer. That's what I've shared with you guys as far as a 12-inch with 11-inch spider landing. 5-inch voice coil will be 5-inch voice coil on the 12, 15, and 18-inch Neo. So they are right now building us 2 15-inch Neo subwoofers, which will be their version again of the Neo. I've also paid them to build these surrounds that we're now using, these big roll surrounds, our version of the Mega Surround. I paid for the tooling. We can use those whether we're at Zenith or I have the other guy build. The other guy, his name is Jones. He doesn't have a brand per se. When I wire him money, I wire it to him personally. He's the one that built those first Neo subs. As of tomorrow, we will receive 2 15s in his version of the Exterminator, 1 12 in his version of the Exterminator, 1 10-inch sub in his version of the Exterminator, and 2 versions of an 8-inch subwoofer in the Exterminator. He's giving us an option. One of the 8s, the motor is larger than the basket. It looks like it's kind of neat looking. So yeah,
it looks like it's Photoshop.
But it's not. So
yeah, no, it's not.
I just received a notification from FedEx that they will be here tomorrow, and obviously we'll be sharing pictures and whatnot. The point is we have two companies vying for our business, which ends up a win for the customer, because I'm trying to get better parts, better pieces, and they're putting up with my bullshit that more often than not they wouldn't, you know. But these subs that are coming, these exterminators, the 15s look just like the 15s that are in Jeffrey's vehicle. He has the same basket. He has what looks like a triple or a quad stack Spider. The motor looks the same. The surrounds look the same, even though I know they're not, because he didn't get them from Rob. These two guys do know each other. I don't know if he can get parts from him or not. I think in the end, they're going to have to figure that out, but we will see. Again, I'm doing this to get us the best product that we can at the best price point possible. Yes, they're both in China. There's no fucking secret, man. It is what it is. At the end of the day, the companies that I've dealt with overseas, Tianyi is the one that assembles the SQ442, 50HC, and 100HC, and 500HC. They were a brand new company 5 years ago, and they were the only ones willing to let me build something, send them parts. I mean, you know what? They had to literally clean out their wave soldering machine and completely clean it just to put our solder in there, because I didn't want their cheap solder in there, and they agreed to do it. There wasn't many companies willing to put up with my bullshit at the time, and they have. It seems like now these subwoofer companies, because there are a lot of companies going out of business, are kind of doing the same thing. I don't know if it's the tariff bullshit. It's probably a little bit of both. But in the end, we win, because we end up with a better product for the money, until we can find enough people that want to build them here. Brendan loves building subwoofers, but I don't think Brendan could keep up with, 50, 60 subwoofers a week. It would be a lot for one person to do, and it's hard to find people that love it enough and care enough. Trust me. I hope one day that we do. But hopefully tomorrow we will be sharing pictures of Jonesy's. I call him Jonesy. His name is Jones, or that's his American version of his Chinese name, Jones. I call him Jonesy. It pisses him off. Jonesy's version of the Exterminators will be here tomorrow. So we will be sharing pictures of those. I don't know. Brendan's probably going to want to put them in his car. Maybe he won't. I don't know, because we're so close to Made of Steel. I'm not going to force him to do anything. Jeff's vehicle was not originally built for a lightweight 15-inch subwoofer, but he's happy with the performance, and he's going to keep them in there for Made of Steel. We don't have a lot of surprises for Made of Steel. We are going to have a wide variety of things for you to listen to if you're on the fence about buying anything US Amps. We should have something there for everybody, whether it's Impact or Timber or Class AB or Class D. So not everybody that's part of Team US Amps will be with Team US Amps, because they have other teams that they're part of, and I want it that way. I like for us to be all around. But, we're also not Sundown. We're a small company. There's basically two of us here in US Amps. Downstairs, the R&D lab, there's 4, sometimes 5 people. But as far as Florida for US Amps, it's me and Jason. Over on the other coast, we do have Dirk that works part-time for us, and Rigo pretty much full-time, but that's in California. So we're not a huge company by any means. I really appreciate all your love and support, and looking forward to meeting some of you in person that we haven't met.
No, and that's it right there. And to go back a bit on where you're talking about, they're made in China, and everybody's got the snafu on that. Anybody at all that's ever worked any electronics manufacturing facility, I've worked here for 25 years, you understand that no matter where it's built off the specifications of the company that ordered it. When we send all our information, Mike will send the parts over there, I'll send the specs over there. That was the biggest problem with the Merlins. Was we ended up going through this to the 3rd revision, because the first build house or second build house, I get mixed up. Yeah. They pretty much said that, well, we see what you want, but here, try this.
Right.
And Mike's like, no, I didn't send you this information for you to give me your product.
Right. And then when they kept failing, they wanted me to repair it and tell them how to fix it.
Yeah. No. So, this build house we're with right now, even though with the delay shipping and all that good stuff, that's not the build house.
No.
That's all the tariffs. That's all the everything else. What's up, man? Oh, it's all good.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Once this is all passed, once this rush order gets in, Mike and I have spoken to this, and I believe he'll still agree on it. We're not going to wait so long to order. We're not going to we definitely not go for pre-orders again.
No.
You know, when it gets closer
Never.
to the
Never.
end,
Never.
we understand now with everything going on, it does take longer. So we'll place the order sooner to fulfill so that we're not in the hole waiting for the ship to get out of the pond to scooch over here.
Well, and that was the point of doing these pre-orders to begin with, was not because I needed the money. I wanted to see how many we're going to sell right off rip, and that put me in the position to order more for stock. So, you know, whatever's going out for pre-sales, we're still going to have almost double that for inventory.
Yeah.
Which gives us time. So, okay, now, you know, if we're running low, we could put in an order for another 200 units, and we won't be waiting on them ever again. That's the point.
And that's it. Now, like I said, now that we understand that the pre-orders, that's great. That's excellent. People love them. And I think once they get out in the lanes and out in the field, people are going to rave about them, and even more orders are going to come in. All the demos people are going to get, what have you. So, let's see here. Peter DeVergilo?
Yes, that was the first or second person to order a 5K.
Yep, okay. So I come to USM for transparency. Not many companies that bring you behind the scenes and explain the product in detail. I like knowing why my product is different and what makes it different. Thank you for the hard work. We appreciate the quality of products. And that's what we go for.
Thank you,
That's
Peter.
it. Thank
Appreciate
you, Peter.
that, buddy.
Let's see. Help is nice. Here we got a whole handful. What's up, Ryan? Let's see. Shane Clark asked, tested the Salt 8.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Paul Land, what's up, guys? Hope you're doing well.
Paul, what's up, buddy? You gonna make it to Made of Steel with that Jeep?
Sure as heck hope so, man.
Nice.
Let's see. Rigo, I have tracking info on the container ship, and I'm posting an update tomorrow. That's great.
Thank you, brother.
That is awesome. That way we can follow it, just like we're watching a little cartoon map on where it is.
Yep.
So, Mike Pendleton, always learning, CMA Steel, awesome. Hey, what's up, Tim? How you doing, brother? Tim Shrucka.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
Sinister Creations. Hopefully it lands on a good day. Okay?
Yes, hopefully. That day will be a good day, whatever day it lands.
If it matters, the place can be covered in fire and brimstone, and that'll make the day a little bit better. So, Danny James, hey, how many milliamp is required for the remote turn on?
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, it's...
If I tell you, is it going to make a difference?
Right?
Stop it.
I know people that have 5 or 6 amplifiers that belong on a single remote. Would I suggest it? No. You know what I got? I got a big batch of relays and a Bluetooth module. So I go on my phone, go dig. It goes, and all my amps wind up. That's the way to do it.
I'll measure it the next time I test one. I got to test a 10K when we get off here.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, Dalton Whitfield. Does the ship porting Miami reduce the cost versus porting in California, or does it really make that much of a difference? I understand his logistics at the moment as to why a ship would reroute port location. Dalton, that's a whole big cluster seal that it was originally going to California. They all of a sudden at the last minute without telling us.
I wasn't given a choice.
Yeah,
or I would have told him to bring it to fucking Tampa.
Yeah. We got kind of a famous port here.
Everything else I've ever ordered, even the stuff that came from, what is the Danish? Where is that? Anyway, the timbers, they came from somewhere in fucking Europe. Dane. I don't know. Anyway, that stuff came to Tampa. The stuff that we've ordered that's come from South Korea came to Tampa. This is not the first time we've got stuff from Korea. I don't understand why they did that. They didn't give me an option to pick, or I would have said, send it to Tampa. Even if it was more. Because now we're going to end up spending more money to truck it here.
If it lands in Tampa, I've got a box trailer.
It's...
No, but I'm saying,
trust me.
We will get.
I tried doing that, and even with my clearances from working on the airports and shit, you can't get on there. They won't allow you to do it.
Yeah, they want people that they know that way the customer can't come back.
And that stuff is all new to me as well. You know, I didn't realize you get the container for, well, depending on where it's coming from. I'm not sure about Miami. I haven't had one come from Miami, but the last 3 or 4 I've gotten that come to Tampa, it's $1,200 per 8 hours. So you get the first 2 days at $1,200 per 8 hours. Anytime after that, they're charging you $400 per hour for the time that thing sits here and you got to unload it. So, you know, there's been times where it's just me and my wife unloading a fucking container, or, you know, me and whomever was here. So it's, I'm hoping that we get a big group of people here and we can get that thing fucking unloaded. It's very rare that we can even get, you know, a forklift in besides grabbing the first 2 pallets. You know, it's not really loaded that way to where you can get them off with a forklift. So most of the times we've done everything by hand. We had 1,000 of each timbers, the timber 6 and timber 8. Brendan and his wife unloaded that whole fucking trailer by themselves. God bless their souls.
Yeah. When the wire came, the 0 gauge and the 4-aught, the driver said, "Here you go," and put it on the road. And we
and hauled ass.
That's solid copper. I know a foot of that weighs over a pound, and so imagine well over 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were out in the front of the facility, stretching them out and cutting them. And
Cut
stretching them out and
100-foot
cutting
runs.
them, yeah, make sure we can travel and put in the back. So Dalton Whitfield asked, the hybrid Neo encapsulated pole piece motors. What was the intent behind the design and the benefit you were looking to achieve?
I didn't design it. It was originally designed. It was based on the Orion HCCA motors, from what I understand. And Mark from Zenith told me that they were designing this motor for a new massive subwoofer that has since been, I guess, shelved. So he gave us the opportunity to purchase it. I imagine, you know, it has something to do with strength in the gap. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Makes sense. The heat, swelling, maybe disperse. Who knows?
I mean, you want strength in the gap. That's where the power is made from, right? On a subwoofer. So, I guess having strength in the center on the pole piece, you could have more strength with Neo as opposed to Ferrite in the size comparison.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, again, I'm not a subwoofer engineer. I mean, I've built less subwoofers than probably most of you guys on here, but I'm trying to learn. So, they seem to handle some fucking power, but unfortunately, the 218s that we had built, I think, were in an improper enclosure, and hopefully by the end of this week or within the next couple days, God willing, and the creek don't rise, we'll have a decent enclosure built and have 3 of them in there, and hopefully have the power to try to see how they actually play properly. So,
yeah.
We also have a dual 15-inch version that will be going in Cliff's car. Cliff, if you're on here, if you want to head up, man, I'll get your 10K tested quick. Your 15s are downstairs ready to go.
Cam Johnson, so excited to get all my US amps set up. What other company is transparent and has an actual engineer as the owner designing crazy products? US amps take over. Thank you for the love, sir.
I appreciate that, but I mean, somebody said this weekend, why do you keep saying that you were a thermonuclear engineer as if it means anything? You're right. As far as subwoofers and amplifiers and car audio in general, it doesn't mean anything. But if I was able to design a power plant that could run an entire submarine, I think I can figure out a fucking subwoofer.
Oh, those are totally different, man. Come on, man. Jeez. Damn it.
Pretty
He said
complex.
Saturday's like, why is this sub moving? I don't understand this.
God, I don't get it.
Oh. Danny James, will the 12s be ready for my trip?
I purchased parts for your 12s that are here. I think I told you that, buddy.
Tom Stout, what's up, brother? What's up, guys? Jason come get a demo. Made a few changes on the Yukon. That's freaking awesome, man. I can't wait. I was talking with my other co-judges and such, and I've got myself, I've got Nikki, I've got Brennan, and I've got Chris. We're all going to be there. So, yeah, I'm going to make it a point to walk away and get some demos this time. 4 judges running the lanes. We don't need that. So, Brennan, for anybody that doesn't know, for Saturday, Brendan is going to be not running my lanes. He's going to be out giving demos.
Oh shit!
I believe, yeah.
Damn.
He actually came to me and said that, and he's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Dude, that sounds awesome." He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "I want to go out and show it off." And
that means he's excited.
Yeah.
So that's good.
yeah, with Brendan,
That excites me.
You know, if he raised his voice like a half an octave, that means he's ecstatic. So, Sinister Creations, what made you guys go route with 5-inch voice coils?
That's the thing. I'm not a subwoofer engineer. I've given these two companies carte blanche to build what they want, to impress us and show us the best thing that they can build to vie for our contract. I told them that I would buy 100 of each subwoofer from 12, 15, and 18 in the Neo, and then the Exterminators from 8 to 15, 100 of each. The Exterminators will be 50 of each in 2 ohm and 4 ohm duals, but 100 of each of the Neos. So it's not a huge order, especially by another company's specifications, but it's enough that these guys, I believe, are really trying to build the best version of these subs that they can. They asked me if I wanted a 5-inch coil, and I said, you build me the best Neo sub that you can build. If you think a 5-inch coil is the way to go, then you build it. So I do know the other company that sent us the 15 and 18, those were 3-inch coils, and they seem to work well, especially with our modifications to them. The Precision Econoline voice coils that we put in there, the formers were a little longer. We put the larger soft parts on it, allowing the subwoofer to move more, and you see the result in Brendan's car. I honestly think he messaged last night to let us know about the new Exterminators arriving tomorrow, and he asked if he could have another opportunity to build the Neos again. And I said, as long as you get them here, within the same time frame that Zenith gets their Neos here. So I think he wants to take another shot at it. I don't know if that means he's going to go with a larger voice coil. I did tell him that his Gauss rating seemed a little low, but again, that's only one component or proponent of building a subwoofer. Just because a Gauss rating is low doesn't mean the subwoofer doesn't perform. I mean, look at the subwoofers in Brendan's car. They're performing quite well. But that does let me know that he feels there was room for improvement. So if he can get them here in time to test them out with the other companies, I'm all for it.
Yeah, get it here, prove it, make it happen. Let's see here.
Until then, just so you know, guys, we've completely stopped the pre-orders for all Exterminator subwoofers. If you want any subs, we do have LH series subs left, and I do have parts here to build others. I can use the motors from the LH series subs, which measured, what are they, 7,800 Gauss?
Sounds right.
They measured 70, if I'm using it right, which I think I have. I watched the video and read the instructions. Again, this is all new to me. They seem to be pretty strong, and it would make sense because a lot of the people that didn't really slowly break in their subwoofers ended up tearing spiders and all the soft parts.
Shredded them.
Those motors seem pretty damn strong. They're definitely not 1,000-watt motors. So if you need to utilize those motors with TI baskets or any other baskets you like, I can build subs in-house, and that's what we're doing until one of these companies, until we make the decision on which company is going to build our subwoofers. And then from there, obviously, we're going to deal with the same thing we've dealt with the amplifiers. There's going to be a build process time, and there's going to be a shipping time. I'm not air freighting subwoofers. They're just as heavy, if not heavier, than some amplifiers. It would be, a knight's ransom or king's ransom to get them fucking here air freighted. So from now until the foreseeable future, if you want a subwoofer from US Amps, it's going to have to be something that we build, and you're going to be okay with a non-silk screen dust cap and no sticker on the magnet or the motor. But I offer the same warranty I offer with anything. As long as I'm the owner and I've built it for you, I will fucking warranty it. Now, don't get me wrong. You go throw the thing off of the fucking building or throw it in the water, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to fucking warranty it for you. But if there's something in the way I built anything that's creating an issue for you, I'll take care of it.
All right. Harold Mims?
Yes. Harold, what's up, buddy?
Hey, good morning. Well afternoon for you all.
He's one of our dealers out in California, I believe.
Oh, okay. There we go. Rick Eggers, what's up, buddy?
Rick.
How you doing, man? Dalton Whitfield just sent you 80 stars.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds positive. It's better than thumbs down. I'll take it.
Yeah, it's a Facebook thing. I don't understand it. People never send me stars. I don't know. That's-
I'll send you stars.
Thanks, buddy. Let's see. Sinister Creations. Building keeps the mind at ease for me. Base saved my life. Dude, that's awesome. Great. I think for a lot of us, it's a good escape route from the norm.
Yeah, that's why the stress and bullshit of what was going on these last couple of days really was ruining it for me, man. I hate it.
Good afternoon, Donnie. Donnie Tuttle.
Oh shit, Mr. Tuttle in the house. What's up, buddy?
All right, Francisco verified the Denmark.
Denmark, thank
What you
you.
were
That's
thinking.
what I was looking for.
Yep.
Denmark. Yes.
What's up, Alex? How you doing, brother?
Which, hey, newsflash for everybody.
Uh,
Dyn Audio is no longer made in Denmark.
really?
Yep. Dyn Audio is no longer owned by the Danish. They've sold out.
Wow.
Yep. They sold out to a company in China,
Oh,
which
jeez.
I just found out also was the same company that has been making most of their lower line, the ISO 10 and ISO TAR components for the last 15 years.
Well,
I know I signed an NDA that where I'm not supposed to be saying that. Fucking sue me, get mine. It is what it is.
There you go. Dalton Whitfield, if it wasn't 2.5 hours away, I'd help unload the product.
Thank you. I appreciate
Nothing
it, brother.
I haven't done in the military days. Tim Marion, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
Tim.
Cliff Farley said he's on his way. Do we need food or drink? I told him no, we're good.
No, thank you. When you get here, please don't knock on the door. Just go to the gate on the right side. Come on through.
Yep. Shane Clark, ever consider an H-class amplifier design?
No.
Never even heard of H-class.
No class A, no class H. I mean, let me take that back. Our tube amplifier is pretty damn close to pure class A because of the bias and the way that it's set up. That's as per Dirk. I don't think the give is worth the get. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. Our SQ442 is probably the cleanest amplifier that's made by anybody right now at any fucking price point. I don't know any amplifier that produces less than 0.009 THD at any frequency or any power rate. The Class A technology of the tube amps that Dirk made back in the day, they were very clean for the time, but again, they were also restricted to whatever Jack would get from the build house too. So there's a lot more. The components and even the transistors nowadays are made different than back then. The TIP 35 and 36Cs, the drivers that I use in the SQ442 that were also used in the VLX 400, I've opened them up just to see the difference. The difference in the transistors is amazing in 15 or 20, 25 years. And that makes a difference, especially in a Class AB amplifier, because that's what's doing all the fucking work, That's what's creating the heat. So, just like anything else, when there's movement, there's friction, that makes heat. If it's made differently and it moves smoother and creates less heat, then it creates less distortion in the amplifier. So
It makes it a heck of a lot more efficient.
Yeah.
Heat is the dispersive energy. That's the way it is. So the hotter something gets, the less efficient it is.
I would have never thought changing the heat sink on this 100HC by less than 1 pound would let it disperse heat the way it does. But
Wow.
I mean, literally, if you put a 100HC at 2 ohm mono, you can watch it run to 190 degrees in less than 5 minutes. In this same heat sink, it will not reach past 150
Wow.
without a fan.
For 1 pound.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
just that 1 pound. Yep.
Wow. Terry Ray, 5-inch coils will be the future.
I think so.
All
I mean,
right.
I know there's a fine line there, especially when it comes to a 12-inch with that 11-inch spider deal, but I don't know. We're going to see because they're building the basket for me now.
Nice. Dalton Whitfield came back and says, stars are like financial viewer support. There's some funds sitting in a USAM's Facebook account somewhere.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Kyle Taylor, what's up, man?
Kyle, what's up, brother?
All right. Brendan Philback, I'm back. Watching you in and out, working on my build. And that is the last comment right now.
Right on. All right. I hate to cut it short, but we do have a lot going on over the next few days. We are trying to get some things built last minute. I probably shouldn't have torn that truck apart, but I knew it wasn't quite right. And with our new welcome addition to the team here, I'm looking forward to what we can build over the foreseeable future. So for those of you that are waiting for estimates from me, within the next day or two, I will get them taken care of. And we got some amps to build and get sent out.
Yep. Yep. We are, for orders in which we have product, so obviously the Merlins know, the Exterminators know, and the 442s very thin. But for all the other orders, we are up to date.
Awesome.
Nobody's waiting on anything right now. So
I think I have 2 people that are sending in 442s that had them brand new in the box and didn't want them. So they're sending them in. I'm sending them a different amplifier. I'll reach out to those of you that have ordered 442s and are waiting. I'm hoping that next week around this time, I'll be able to send out the funds for the 300 SQ442s, and that will more than fulfill our orders that we have waiting.
nice.
Those I don't mind air freighting. They send them to New York, and it kind of saves on some tariffs. So, yeah, I don't mind spending that money on that to get our orders caught up. You know, an SQ442 weighs 12 pounds. It's not a 38-pound 10K.
Yeah. You ship those 10Ks, and the UPS driver goes, okay. They know they're getting paid.
Jeffrey Wayne Allen. I threw over 8,500 watts at the Exterminators today for about 1 minute. Spotify music, not rebase. They took it like a champ. Awesome. John Threckeld, what's up, buddy? Really?
Yeah.
I'm anxious to see the other Build Houses version of the Exterminators tomorrow.
Yeah, I am too. Actually, I'm on the edge of the seat. The Exterminator, like I've said before, has exceeded our expectations from the original.
Such a clean sound.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
really is.
but it was supposed to be like our average Joe
Entry
model.
level subwoofer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to call it the budget because budget dilutes stuff, but
Yeah.
it was like the entry level kind of thing. And
Hello from Seattle. Love watching you guys on Mondays. Thank you, Sam. Thank you for joining. Orlando, how you doing, buddy? Alex, doing a little cab prep, then be on the way. Car had to squeeze out a little more. Okay, thank you, brother. John, if you and your son or you and your family are able to make it up from the Cape, just shoot me a text and I'll leave some armbands for you at the gate.
nice.
Mike, will you be present at Made of Steel first half of Saturday? I'm not making any promises. I'm gonna try my best, man. I'll be there. If you are coming there to meet me, Dalton, you have my number, man. Just shoot me a text. Let me know. I'll hang out if you're coming and you want to meet. Absolutely. Tim, welcome. Thank you for joining. Jason McElvey, what's up, brother?
Also come over to the ACCL lanes and hang out for a bit. We'll have seats and canopy and all that good stuff. Keep you happy. Plus this year, for anybody that doesn't know, they put us underneath the tree.
Oh, nice.
So that's
Nice.
that big humongous oak tree that was across the road from us.
Yeah.
Yeah. John's like, oh, your lane's usually pretty long, so we put you over there. Like, okay.
Sweet.
So
Sweet.
yeah.
Have the whole damn place backed up with your line.
Sorry, people like me. So
Most likely we're going to wait until Sunday to run. Unless you have a lull.
no, Sunday I'll tell you and I'll tell everyone else, and I'll hold you to it just the same. We are opening the lanes at 10. We are shutting lanes down around 2.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So don't wait until, and I say around 2 because John wants everybody done by 3. But if I tell all you guys 3 o'clock, you'll have my lanes backed up
Until
at
5.
2:55.
Yeah.
So don't procrastinate. Because
If I see a lull, we'll come over.
it's
We might not have the Raider ready. I don't know. You know?
You can't. You gotta believe.
I'm
We got the roof in.
not a proponent of stress, man. You know, there's enough going on, and
That's why I came here to my shoulder stress.
I think we have enough to show off our product. Pretty much a build for almost everything, and looking forward to seeing everybody there. Looking forward to showing off some of the new product. You guys have no idea. For those of you that have pre-ordered equipment and are waiting on it, not just monetarily, man, because of the work I've done on myself personally over the last 10 years, you know, my word actually fucking means something. And that's why I did want to do the pre-order thing, because everybody's funny when it comes to money. That's my saying, you know. but I just didn't want to let anybody down, and that's how I feel at this point. Is if I let you guys down, even though I know it's out of my hands, it's still it bothers me. So if you guys think for any minute I think it's funny or I don't take it seriously that equipment hasn't gotten here yet, you're wrong. You're wrong. If there was something that I could do to get it here faster, I would. Monetarily, I can't really do anything at this point, but if I could rent a boat and go fucking grab the shit, I mean, anything, I would do it. That's why I fully intend on when that stuff gets here, I won't fucking sleep until everybody gets their orders. So thank you guys. I appreciate all the love and support of the brand. We aren't a big company. We don't have big bank loans or big financial backers, and every order means something to us. So thank you.
Yeah, definitely does. A couple more in here. Jeffrey Allen, for entry level subs, color me impressed. These subs and my results are worth the hate I get from sharing my honest experience. We're sorry to be the middleman.
I think Jeff secretly loves to stir the fucking pot.
Yeah.
There's a secret.
There's no secret.
It's like, hey, what's up, bitches?
It's loud and proud. No secret to
We
it.
piss off today.
Yeah, right.
He also followed up, says, it was not for any reason and you're looking to hear something gear, look for the green Del Sol. We happy to give you some demos. Yep, the Del Sol that left here a couple months ago, and that's overly impressive.
Yes.
So, Dalton says, Jason, very cool. I'll likely be parked by you guys over by the trees. Now that I know the fairground layout from where I was there a couple months ago.
Sweet.
That's cool. Awesome. Chuck Mustery, we thank you.
I'm going to give a quick shout out to Trevor Moon and the guys over at All Things Car Audio. I know I've shared it before, but I don't know if he heard or not. He sent a little care package over with some merchandise and stickers and stuff. So thank you very much, Trevor. Really appreciate it. I saw your YouTube posts of your reviews of our Impact line of amplifiers. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. Looking forward to getting you some other equipment for testing. Thank you to Brandon and the guys over at Trunk Thunder Lithium for all your love and support. And last but not least, Seth at Glow Voltage, man. I love you like a brother. I know we've never met in person, but we've talked a lot over the last few years. I appreciate all your support of not only my brand, but the products. Personally, me buying your equipment is not the same. Like you bought my equipment to put in your personal vehicles when you could buy anything, and you bought this stuff like when it first came out. So I really appreciate the confidence in us and in the products. So I'm looking forward to getting your box taken care of and getting that vehicle it shows. Now that we have a good diverse group of box builders here, we're going to get a good enclosure together for you. Also, thank you. He's sending over some of the cells, these new LTO cells, this new, basically, it's same chemistry, but in a different cylinder. It kind of looks like a headway or a life post cell, but it's a little skinnier. But the discharge rate is unbelievable. So, hoping to have a bank here enough for me to steal, because he messaged me the other night to say that he sent out 3 banks worth of cells. So thank you, Seth. I appreciate you guys, all you guys over at Glow Voltage and Glow Industries.
That's awesome. Definitely love the support.
Yes.
Jeffrey, verify I'm not really mad. F them. He followed, I'm not one to back down. Welcome to that shit. Alright. Alex said, Ugly Egg will be there, get scrambled. That's cool. Yep, Jeffrey, the Sierras are very impressive. Oh, Brendan decided to join us from the top of the trees. What's up, brother?
What's up, Brendan?
Yep, need a demo. Looks nasty in the videos. Yeah, Brendan's getting high at work now.
Getting high. Up high.
Alright, Dalton. US Am's approach on customer support is very similar to Dan Horner. I think personally over
Who dat?
at Directronics, I like supporting the car audio companies who do more than they can to be right with customers. So many companies profit over their customers and forget customers what makes or breaks the business.
Yes.
You were spot on with that. That was my mentality back when I was a supervisor, engineer, etc., so on. Is I would always treat the person that worked with me, not ever say under me, but with me the same, because without them, I had no job, I had no position, there was no reason for me to be there, and that's the same with our company. That without, I say our company, US Amps, is without you all, there is no US Amps. We're gonna sell it to each other. Eventually, we're gonna get sick of seeing each other and buying each other's equipment. So definitely. Jeffrey did volunteer. If anyone locally needs a bank and mine is done, feel free to loan it to them. So, all right, we'll keep that in mind, Jeffrey, for sure.
Is the motor that's on the shelf over there the Neo old cap?
Just jump off of here real quick.
Yep.
Are we good?
Yeah, I think we're done.
Thank you guys. Do me a favor. Please spend time with your families, and thank you for being part of ours, the US Amps family. We'll see you this weekend, guys. Thank you.
See you this weekend, guys.